Welcome back to season 2 of Scottish Hero. And what we see in front of us here is how the last season ended. And as you might remember, is that Annan won the league, 1 point ahead of us. And the main reason for them winning the league was, of course, they had a crazy goal scorer. We had the man, the myth, the legend, McLennan. He was a goal scoring machine. But in the end, even though he scored like 30 plus goals, he ended up just reaching second place when it comes to top goal scorer of the league. The Annan striker won. But even though that happened, of course I wanted to keep McLennan for this season, and I tried to loan him again. But unfortunately, his club said no. They wanted him to play with better players. Well, aren't you? We are better players. And actually, another club loaned him, and that was a Premiership club. So, I mean, that says a little bit about the class of that player if a Premiership, Scottish Premiership club decides to loan him. So, I needed to find another striker. And yeah, I would have loved to loan McLennan for a second season. But if you can't get the man, the myth, the legend, what you can do instead is get the man who beat him as top goal scorer. I got Smith, because actually I realized that Smith he had a contract ending, so I managed to snag him as a free transfer. Of course, he belonged to Queen of the South here in the championships, but he was loaned out to Annan last season, where he scored 32 goals in the league and probably quite a few more in the cups, and had a pretty decent rating. So, well, if somebody took my top goal scorer, then I took Annan's goal scorer. So Smith is now officially a Clyde player. And of course, this is not going to be as easy in League 1 as it was in League 2. So I'm not expecting him to score 32 goals in the league, even though it would be very beautiful if he did. But if he managed to score like 20 plus, I will definitely be happy. But other than that, I must say, this has been a really tough transfer window. I haven't been able to strengthen my squad at all as the way I wanted, and currently I only managed to loan one player, and you know the cap is 4 players at the same time, so I'm still trying to scout, find players to loan, and I'm still having positions that I haven't managed to strengthen a good way. But first off, take a look at the players that left. We had a lot of players actually that retired. We had a lot of old folks, and most notable is of course our goalie Douglas. 45 years old, he decided to retire. But luckily, he had a pretty boring career with teams like Celtic and Leicester and things like that. Luckily for him, he at least at the end of his career got to bathe in the glory of Clyde. And then we had a bunch of free transfers that left that, yeah, I didn't see any reason to renew their contracts. So other than Smith, who have we brought in this far? As you can see, I have no money, so they're all free transfers and loan deals. First one is McCallum, and he's a goalkeeper to replace Douglas. Then, of course, we needed to replace Douglas, and he looks pretty decent, I must say. Pretty decent, for sure. And then we had Mr. Lang, and he's not great. You know, I was complaining like the whole of the second half of the last season. So after the board sold my best central defender, I have been complaining. So the central defense have been a part of my team. Like I felt like I really need to strengthen. But as you can see here in the comparison, it's been really hard. I haven't been able to strengthen the central defense, and that's a huge weakness right now. So I signed this lad hoping that since he have a higher potential, that maybe if he will be playing a lot of games this season, maybe his stats will improve quickly. But yeah, he's definitely not not a world class, but a League 2 dominated defender. We not at all at the class we wanted. I mean, the thing I care most about for a central defender is heading, market, and tackling. So then of course there's a few other pretty important stuff also. And I mean, considering we are only League 1, it's not bad, but he's not fantastic either. So basically more like a rotation player if we can get some better central defenders, but it's tough. Then we have McLaughlin here as right defender there. I felt like this wasn't maybe not the position we were in the biggest need to improve on, because we had McNeil that was pretty decent, but I felt like getting him as a free transfer was just like too good of a deal to not take. So I did that. And then we have Dan Jones, and he's for the left side. And of course, as you might remember, I have Linton, and Linton is stronger as a left defender than Jones. The main reason for me signing Jones, even though I had Linton and a pretty okay backup here, is that I have struggling. I haven't been managed to get a single good left winger. So Linton, he can play pretty good as a winger. So if I doesn't manage to sign anybody else, Linton will be my left winger, and we use Dan Jones here in Linton's position as a fullback. And then we have Kessels, and I'm actually probably going to use him as a striker. As you can see, his best position is as an attacking right midfielder, but I will most likely, or at least very rarely, play with an attacking right midfielder, which means I will most probably use him more as a striker. It's not his best position, but same as with the central defenders, I've been troubling. I mean, Smith, of course, was a good signing, but other than him, I haven't been able to get like a good striker. And the league starts today, so like I needed to get at least one lad, especially since actually Smith is injured right now, so he won't be playing today, which made me a little bit more desperate. It would be perfect, it would be beautiful if I could like loan a pretty decent striker, so I have 3 of them to rotate. And I am scouting like a madman, but it's been really hard, really hard to loan players. This is the only loan deal I managed to get this far, and it's a right winger. And as you can see, he's not fantastic, but he's stronger than all my current right wingers. And of course, crossing, dribbling, first touch. I would have wished that he was a little bit stronger in passing. But other than that, he definitely looks pretty decent. And that basically means, if you take a look at squad depth, my team looks like this. Smith, of course, and then we have Kessler. And yeah, as for the left winger, we're weak. And another weak spot is central midfielders. I've been looking and searching and scouting and checking free transfers and loan deals, every single thing you can do. And still, I haven't managed to sign a single central midfielders. It's basically Dorjayev and Easton, like exactly as last season. So I'm really hoping to be able to find another central midfielder, but like there aren't any out there. Like take a look at this. Let's go for position, midfielder, center, and yeah, a lot of them like okay, but not fantastic. Like not I feel like if I get one of these guys, it will strengthen my team a lot. Yeah, for the defense right now. So there's quite some time left before the transfer window closes. So my main goal is going to try to find at least one more central defender, at least one more central midfielder, and at least one more striker. But will I make it? Maybe. I mean, as I said, it's been hard. It's not like I haven't been trying. I've been trying like a lot. So I'm not quite sure about that. But yeah, I feel like if we want to have any chance to really like compete for the higher positions in the league, and that's why we're here. Of course, we're here to get promoted. But to be able to do that, we need to strengthen our team, manage to get at least another 1-2 really good players in. But we are starting this game away against Peterhead, and yeah, the first game of the season. I would say my team's not prepared, but I think we are more prepared than Annan. I hope we are. They have managed to secure 2 loan deals. But yeah, our goal is of course to get promoted again, and we need to get something more before to be able to do that. And as you can see, Smith is injured, still injured, got injured during the preseason, and Dorjayev, he's still suspended. You might remember during the last episode at the end of last season, he got a red card, so he is suspended. So yeah, definitely not the strongest our teams that come out. Oh yeah, one thing I want to mention, I have been trying out another formation a little bit during the preseason, and it's this formation. And the reason for me trying out this formation is actually because this is the formation Annan was playing a lot. And then, of course, they have Smith off pair. So this is a formation that we know has been working out great for Smith in the past, having him score a shitload of goals. So hopefully, but that could be something we can try if we notice that that things is not working as well as we would hope it would. Actually, could be defense as we're starting playing away. But yeah, let's submit a team. Not great. I don't feel very comfortable. I definitely don't, since I don't feel like I'm ready with building the team. And I have injuries and I have suspensions, so definitely not prepared as well as I wished. But maybe they aren't either, because if I'm remembering things right, when I looked at the league table last season, they didn't have a great last season, so maybe they are one of the weakest teams. But of course, they have had time to strengthen their team since then. So yeah, especially since we are playing away, and of course that gives them the at-home advantage. So it's not going to be easy, but it would be fantastic if we could get a good start. But yeah, this is the first game of the second season. Clyde dreaming to become the Scottish heroes they are. We all know in our hearts they are. And to have that happen, we need to do well again and get promoted this season also, hopefully. I mean, we could stay in this league for another season if we wanted to. Yeah, to speed things up during the preseason, I didn't have highlights on, so let's turn them on. But unfortunately, the only thing we missed was them scoring. So yeah, not the start we were hoping for, not at all. And it looks like pretty even in the possession. Maybe we can change something around, give it some more time here. And of course, we have a lot of new players in the team also, so probably gonna take a few games for them to really get to know each other and like to really find those good links ups and so on. And of course, I need to learn them myself because I don't know all the names of the new players yet. So hopefully they will do some good things that makes it easy to remember their names, because you get happy when they have the ball. Here's Lang, Kissless, Linton, Easton, oh, McNeil! And of course, it's his first goal of the season, because it's the first game of the season. But yeah, I am happy. Beautiful pass there, and pretty good finisher. And then, of course, there's them. Campbell here. Brown. Back to Campbell. Dale. Brown. Come on, lads. Oh. And we are behind again. Murray again. Damn it, Murray. It's actually already his third goal of the season, so I'm guessing they have played like a cup game or something. But yeah. Well, we have shown that proven that we can score in League One, So get back to it. But I feel like with the current situation of our team, lacking two of our starting two of our best players, we can't afford it really in a game like this. So let's get a bit aggressive here. We want to step it up, and let's try and go a bit more standard here. See if that works better. And you need to know, Mr. Jones, that I'm not happy. And the clock is ticking very quickly. Nothing is happening at all right now. So I think it's time to do a few subs and to change some mentality. Oh my god, Kessless. I don't have any options here to sub you either, damn it. So is there anything we could try? Anything else? Another role, perhaps? And McNeil, but McNeil, I'm not going to change any of the lads. Is having a great game. So let's do this instead. And I can't change both of you. Damn it, it's basically the curse of this save. But central defenders always playing so bad. It's like the real curse of this save. Let's do it like that, and then let's go attacking. Let's have a team talk. And I want you guys to show some passion. Which means probably we'll see a red card or something now, but... Yes, McLaughlin. Oh, that was a bad throw-in. That was really, really bad. You can't do that on a throw-in. My god, luckily for us, here's Linton. Jones. Easton. Easton advances. Oh. Okay, it's Murray. Kill him or something. Because he has already scored 2 goals too many against us. Like, where is this highlight heading? Where is it heading? Looks like it's heading to Murray. And Campbell. And at least McCallum could save that one. So we need to go even more attacking here. Or actually, I think I would prefer something like this. And then, who is sucking the most of you guys in the defense? It's that. And then we could bring in, let's see, where are you? Doing some serious thinking here. Like that. That. Actually support. Then we're just gonna go with 3 defenders like this. And of course, we are going to speed things up. And gonna overload. We have 11 minutes here to create a miracle in the first game of the season. Nothing at all. The clock is just ticking away. Even though we're pushing everything for... Oh, look at this. Shots. 15-6 on target. 6-3. And still they are winning. Even though we completely dominated the game. And now the ref is just going to blow the whistle. We all knew it. But I feel like we were missing 2 of our best players. Smith and Dorjayev. And considering how close this game was, if we would have had our 2 our best players, I think we could have done it. So even though we lost, I feel like playing it this way away against a League One team, I felt like this showed that we can do this. We can do this, and hopefully for the next game, we will have both those lads back, and maybe one or two new players, because we have not many days, but yeah, and we are playing Annan, and Annan, that's the team we should beat. They won the league last season, but I'm pretty sure we have done a better job than them, strengthen our team. And it's going to be good for Smith to say hello to his old teammates and find a net against them. But yeah, that's it for the first episode of the second season. And if you've been enjoying this series this far, please press that like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you in the next episode.